to go on the spot of dot 6 o'clock. So thank you very much, Amina, for being part of the symposium, and looking forward to your session. Of course, like you said, you will be speaking in French later. The Raman is coming in to help in the translation, so we'll go up till then. So what you have to do for me is, Amina, you'll have to tell me a little bit about the symposium. You'll tell yourself about yourself later. About the symposium, what do you know about the symposium? You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Really, it's the first time I heard about the symposium, and it was a very good thing to have been contacted by Vikram. I don't know where he found my contact, but he contacted me, and I want to in social media to know what is the symposium, what is speaking about, and it was a very good how to say découverte. It was very good to see that something like symposium exists, and it's very very good to say how it links people from different countries and different continents, and make them speaking on the same topic, and speaking about their issues and what kind of solution they can maybe give and to share. It's a good experience in terms of good practices to share with the other.
Perfect. So Raman is also with us now. So thank you, Raman, for doing this on a last minute request, but you'll have to unmute yourself. That's the only thing you'll have to do.
There I go.
And
hello, everyone.
That's Amina. Amina, that's
hello,
Raman.
Amina.
Hello, Raman. Bonjour.
And
bonjour, bonjour. Je suis pas un traducteur professionnel, donc je vais vous demander de parler lentement et dans des phrases courtes que j'arrive à traduire. Mais Vikram a dit que vous parlez aussi anglais, donc si vous pouvez me dépanner.
Oui, on va se dépanner ensemble.
Oui, on va se dépanner.
Oui.
Perfect. So what has to be done? Amina, of course, has told us a little bit about herself. So Raman, why don't you also tell us a little bit about yourself? And then
okay, in English or French?
Both is good.
Both. Okay, whatever is not understood in English, I will repeat in French. Okay, I'm basically a film festival professional. I work I'm working as a consultant in the programming team of the Elguna Film Festival, and I'm going to be director of a film festival that is going to start in Abu Dhabi. So I've been sort of connected with the Arab region in this way, and so I've been going to Egypt, and I've worked 4 years in Abu Dhabi in the older version of the festival of Abu Dhabi Film Festival, and so that's what I do. I watch films for a living, and I show films for a living. Yeah.
Okay, so
is that okay, Amina? And
yes,
you want me to say in French? It's okay? Yeah.
It's okay. So,
okay.
So Amina,
you have been linked with the Arab region. Now you are linked with the Amazigh region and North Africa. So welcome.
So yeah, Amina will tell us about
the
the
Arab region in Africa and in Asia, both. Yeah, and I have plenty of professional friends in these regions. Yeah, my closest friend is from Iraq.
So now
I've got lots of them in Egypt and Abu Dhabi.
So Amina was now going to be telling us about herself and the Amazigh community and the work that she's doing. So Amina, please.
Okay. Yes, I'd like to hear.
Yes. AZUL. Bonjour. Hello. AZUL is the way to say hello and bonjour in Amazigh, on Amazigh.
Okay.
Mon nom, c'est Amina Amharech. Je suis Amazigh du Maroc.
I am Amina Amharech. I live in Morocco.
Et comme j'ai expliqué à Vikram tout à l'heure, les Amazighs sont les peuples autochtones de l'Afrique du Nord.
The Amazighs are the indigenous people of North Africa.
Depuis Siwa en Égypte jusqu'aux îles Canaries.
Pardon, vous pouvez répéter, s'il vous plaît?
From Siwa in Egypt to Canarian Island.
Okay, so that's the spread of this population of the Amazighs.
Yeah. En passant par le Niger aussi, le Mali, la Mauritanie, une
Across
partie
Nigeria, Mali, and
Burkina Faso and Mauritanie.
Burkina Faso. Okay, so this is these are the regions through which they are spread. I mean, the Amazighs.
C'est le territoire amazigh de toute la population amazigh.
So this is their territory.
Nous l'appelons Tamazra. We call it Tamazra.
We call them Amazra.
Tamazra.
Okay.
Donc Tamazra, c'est le territoire du peuple amazigh.
So this is the territory of the Amazigh people.
Donc si j'avais à me présenter, je dirais juste je suis amazigh et ça me suffit amplement. Ça me suffit assez de dire je suis amazigh.
Okay, this is how she would like to introduce herself, that she is an Amazigh herself, and something else you said, I should say.
Donc, je n'ai pas besoin de dire j'ai fait ceci, voilà les postes que
She doesn't have to say anything else in her introduction except this, that she is an Amazigh.
Perfect.
Je vais expliquer pourquoi j'ai fait cette
I will explain why, the reasons for this.
Amazigh, ça veut dire l'homme libre. Donc, quand
Amazigh
je dis homme,
means a free person.
Yeah. Donc, pour moi, c'est tout un programme de valeurs ancestrales.
J'ai pas compris ça. So for her, so this is a program.
This is a kind of meaning, and there is values, there is philosophy, kind of philosophy.
Okay, so this the term itself carries a lot of weight and value.
Un Amazigh, c'est quelqu'un qui est très proche de la terre.
An Amazigh is someone who is very close to the earth.
Et c'est de la terre qu'il puise ses valeurs et son identité et sa culture.
And this is where he draws his values and identity, in fact.
Oui. Donc, quand on se présente comme Amazigh, nous avons une trilogie.
So when we present ourselves, introduce ourselves as an Amazigh, there is une
trilogie.
It is a trilogy.
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 This trilogy is very important for us. The first one is AZUL. AZUL means the language.
The language, okay.
And et par la langue, c'est toute la culture et l'identité qui passe.
So with language comes all the culture and the civilization.
Le deuxième, c'est
the second part of the trilogy.
Ashal.
Ashal.
Ashal, ça veut dire la terre.
That means the earth.
La terre, le territoire.
And which means also signifies the territory.
And land.
And land, of course.
And et le troisième point
and the third part of the trilogy,
c'est Afghan.
African. Of course, they belong.
Not African. Afghan. Afghan means, ça veut dire l'homme avec un grand H. Human.
A human being. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. A human being.
This is why we sometimes look some Amazigh before that.
Okay, okay, they do this. This is a gesture that is often used by the Amazigh people because they represent
The three things.
the values of these three things: the language, civilization, the earth, the land, the territory, and the last one was
The human.
The
Human.
human
the
value.
human being.
Human values.
Humanity, I suppose it means humanness or being
Yeah.
human. I mean, and humanity of the people.
Oui. Le deuxième point que j'aimerais expliquer, c'est notre façon de dire bonjour et de saluer.
Okay, the second point I would like to make is the way we greet people, the way we say bonjour means it's a greeting. Yeah, how we greet people and how we address people.
Yeah. Donc, on dit azul. Azul, ce n'est pas bleu en espagnol.
We say
Azul,
azul. We say azul,
but
and
it's not blue like in Spanish.
but it doesn't mean blue as it means in Spanish.
It means something else.
It means something else. You're already
Yes,
speaking in English.
She knows. I'm telling you, she knows. She
No,
knows how to speak English. It's just that she's a little hesitant.
Wait.
Yeah.
Raman, what we can do is, if I I lost
Yeah,
some
you speak. I think
words, you
it's
can.
better because
Yes, yes,
it's interesting to hear what you're saying. And
yeah.
yeah, when you get stuck, I will come in. You
Yeah,
speak in
yeah.
English. I will help you out if you get stuck.
When we say azul, it's our way to say hello or bonjour or hi. And it's a composite word. It's composite by as, it means near, and wool. Wool means heart. So we are not in this philosophy of word when we say, for example, in Arabic, salam, or in Hebraic, we say shalom, or neither in French, we say salut. All those words mean peace. And the other, we can understand what is not say, it's tell, it's word. So we have to say, I'm a friend, I'm not coming for work. But for us, we are not in this philosophy of work, and we have to say we are coming in peace. No. It's our way to say, if I meet you, you are next my heart. So
Okay.
you come, you became someone of my community and person who are near to my heart. So, but this trilogy and this sign and this kind way to say hello, it's a kind of philosophy. This is our way to see the world. It's important for us to be in good way with ourselves, but also with other people. There is no just I want and I do and we are inward. No, this is not our manner to see the world. It's different. So what can I add? In our we have our character, we have our language, but we have our character, and the how to say, the more important character in our alphabet, okay, it's this one.
Oh,
this time, yes.
Okay.
In the alphabet, this is the Z, okay? But why is it important for us? Because it has the form of a man making this sign, and it's the pre-human. This is the person.
Okay.
Okay, this is important to know by the other people, who is the Amazigh, where they are living, how they are living, and why they are fighting for their rights and for their land, because it's the most important thing for me is to fight for the right to territory, to land, because the land for us is the land, but it's also the territory. And we can't say I'm Amazigh without saying I'm from Amazigh and without speaking our mother tongue. It's important to say this is who I am and this is how I want to be, how to say, accepted by the world.
Okay. Okay, just one question I have here is that there might be in different countries and the local languages of these countries could be different, but they have their language. Is that correct? Okay.
It's we have different, maybe some difference in the way to pronounce the thing, some words, but
Okay.
we have the same language. It's Amazigh. It's there is something else important for us. We have one word to say three things.
Oh.
Okay. Tamazigh is the land, the territory, and Tamazigh is also the language we speak all. Okay, and the third one, Tamazigh is woman. Because we have a material ancestral before the civilization, before religions, before many things. In North Africa, Amazigh have been, Amazigh it's the plural of Amazigh. Amazigh have been enemies, like all the people around the Mediterranean Sea. And after they have Judaism and Christianism and Islam after. But
so the Amazigh people can be following any of these three.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's logical because we are in the around the Mediterranean Sea. We have Greek, we have Roman, so they have the same religion. They have been all animist. They have been how to say, croire in la nature, in nature, in the force of nature. For example, we have Anzar. Anzar is the god of rain.
God of?
We have rain.
Rain.
Rain. Okay. We have also how to say, une déesse.
A goddess.
Yes. Tanit. Tanit is like Hera. Tanit is the goddess, la déesse of la fertilité.
Of fertility, yeah.
Yes, de la maison, de la protection de la famille.
For the protection of the family and
yes,
and
it's like
the home.
It's like Hera. Yes, it's like Hera for Greek, for example. Okay.
Yeah, the Greek equivalent is Hera.
Yes, yeah. So this is the first way to think, to croire in something. Okay, but after we have three monotheist religions: Judaism, Christianism, and Islam. Okay, because we are very close with Moyen-Orient, Middle East. So
yeah.
It's logical. People are moving.
So yeah, because of being in the Mediterranean and in the Middle East, I mean, and these are the religions in this region, so it's logical that the people are following.
But the society
different religions.
But the society of Amazigh is basically matriarchal. The woman is in the middle of the family and the society. She is the how
The
to
head of
say,
the family.
yes, not the head of the family. It's not in the way of who have to get the leadership. No, not
No.
in this way.
Okay.
But in terms of who is le gardien,
The guardian,
le gardien du savoir, of knowledge, and le gardien du savoir-faire,
the
tradition.
the keeper of the knowledge and the
Yes,
history.
The
yes,
traditions.
So I mean, yeah,
yes,
the
traditions.
in terms of importance, maybe not in terms of hierarchy. I mean, but how does, for example, does uh, does the ownership of land pass from mother to her children or from father to their children?
Traditionally, is the community. The important is the community. We can say the most important is this or this one, because everyone is important. For example, if we can see some older person kissing the hand of the small children, and the small children kiss it's a sign of respect, because everyone is important in the community.
Okay.
We have the past, we have the present, and we have the future. So everyone is important. The past, the old person have do something, build something that the present generation have to preserve and to transmit to the future generation. And it's important to know that the perennity is the key of the community. So this perennity is in the knowledge, in the practices, in the secrets, but also in the how to preserve the land, how to preserve the research, because it's different from the way and the philosophy or the ideology of colonialism. In colonialism way, we want to take, and we don't care about tomorrow. We don't care about future generation. They can die. It's not important. But for us, we have to preserve. This is why we have to learn about from. We have to learn from indigenous people. We have, because they have some solutions, something they learn by the predecessor, and to transmit to the generation.
And how come they can remain unaffected by what is going all around in the world, the struggle for power? I mean they can sort of, how come they can manage to retain these values?
We have to change the laws. You know, in many countries now we have we had colonization, but after the colonization, with the independence, why the big question? Why countries, why states don't change a lot of their laws by their own laws or traditional or custom or something? Why they keep these colonial laws?
That's very important. Yeah, it's very important, because the thing is that in September, starting 15 September, I have a symposium on colonization, decolonization, and mediation. And this aspect has to be taken up in relation to the laws, that the colonizers' laws we continued with, the practices we continued with. Of course, for me, the focus will be mediation, but we'll take this up, and you have to be a speaker in that also.
Yeah, it's important to change the laws, because we have to make to make a transition, not to stay and to change a colonizer, but another colonizer, a national colonizer. It's not good for us, because states and governments have their policies, and their policies don't take care about what happened to people.
Yeah.
We have a problem of water, for example, but who care about water? We are not going to stay here and to wait that the rich people or the oligarchy have problem of water. People are dying because they haven't water. So we have to change our policies. But if we want to change our policies, we have to change the laws, and to make people part of this this way to look for other alternative or solutions.
But now, Amina, you have to throw some light on mediation in Amazigh community.
Yes, yes, for sure. Will be important to how to make our voices more heard. It's important for us. So this is why we make a lot of advocacy in UN system, because there is no way to speak about, for example, with Moroccan government or with Algerian government. They don't want to hear about self-determination, because there is something important in the UN Declaration on Indigenous People. Okay, it's very important, and I think that this is the thing. Now I speak about from my experience. This declaration is the only one that defends our rights as indigenous people. Okay, because in this declaration, the right to land is equal to it's one thing with territories and resource, natural resource. Okay, and there is another thing. It speaks about self-determination, but self-determination in way to say I have the choice to say who I am, not you can and you say. For example, for a long time, we have been assimilated like Arab person, like Arab people, but we are not Arab, you know, because after the independence and the creation of a lot of countries like Iraq, Egypt, Syria, the states have been built on Qawmiya Arabiya, you know. And what is the Qawmiya Arabiya? It's the Pan-Arabism. They say we are all Arab, and we don't speak about who you are, on what is your religion. We decide for you that you are Arab, so you are Arab. And in the constitution of a lot of many countries still have this something, some residues of this Pan-Arabism, and also about the Islam. So we have Pan-Arabism and Islam. If you say I'm Amazigh, for example, I can tell you, don't say that you're Amazigh. We are all Muslims. Wait, I say I'm Amazigh. I don't know. I don't say I'm not Muslim. I'm Muslim. You know. So we create a kind of ideology who give you who you are, what you have to believe, and stop. And don't ask me about your land, territories, and natural resource. And don't ask me about socio-economic and ODD, sustainability development, and don't speak about this. I have to choose for you. It's not. We are indigenous, but we are not indigent. We have a lot of things to say and to give. And we have a lot of solutions. It's not the first time that we have, for example, climate change. People lived before, and they lived some periodical, how to say, sécheresse. Raman, how to say sécheresse?
You have to unmute yourself, Raman.
Drought.
Yes, the penury of rain and water. But they live, they create something. For example, in Morocco, we have khatara. Khatara is a kind of canal to cross water from the mountain to the Sahara and it's about 300 kilomètres. Comment dire? 300 kilomètres. And mute.
Yes. He goes into mute mode. Yes.
The 300 kilometers. Say that again. I will. 300 kilometers is 300 kilometers.
Yes. So this khatara, it's a system to keep water without losing it across the arid region. It's important. So they have been clever. They have been intelligent. So we can also in this period to have some solutions. But who is, and to ask some questions, very important questions. What is the cause of this climate change? We have to put the finger on something. The extractive activities, a lot of extractive activities are provoking the climate change. It's not natural. It's just a consequence of bad practices. And all the activity, the extractive activities are, how to say, take place on the indigenous people territories, and they don't ask them their, how to say, in term of permission. Yes, in term of UN declaration, we say CLIP. It's le consentement libre, éclairé et informé.
Consentement libre
et éclairé. Préalable. Consentement.
Free and
yes.
And clear.
Yes, but it's a consent, free.
Consent, free consent. I mean, and clear consent is
from the
yeah. Yes.
So, Amina, there was actually a session. The second session in the symposium was from this person from Peru, who's actually gave a whole case study on a community which was affected by a mining project in Ecuador. So he had worked on that as a mediator, and how they were able to resolve this because it had gone into violence and everything also at one point of time. So that's why mediation, we're talking about it and how it can be used in this particular thing, that the extractive industry, how there when the communities are affected, so mediation can be used. So I think what you have to do is, first of all, tell us in the Amazigh community, within the community, is there a dispute resolution system where mediation is used?
Raman.
Yeah, okay. So la question qui pose, c'est est-ce qu'il y a un système par lequel les les disputes sont résolvées entre le peuple.
Entre l'État,
Comment ils
between
font
the state.
pour trouver une solution pour une dispute entre des Amazigh, par exemple.
You want to say a solution between states, governments, and people?
No,
No,
between
no.
the people,
Between
among
people.
the people.
Yeah.
Among the
In
people.
the Amazigh community, when they have to resolve a dispute, is there a system where a third person comes in to help people resolve a dispute? Is there something within the community? Yeah, you have to tell us about that.
Yes. Traditionally, there is a system, you know, because we have a kind of building, we have community, we have the tribu and la tribu, okay? But we have fraction of la tribu, les fractions de la tribu, but we have also what we call AZUL. AZUL is the way, it's a law, kind of law, positive law of Amazigh people. Everybody have right to everything, and there is no capital, how to say, la peine capitale.
There's no capital punishment.
No. Never. Never.
Everyone has a right to everything, and there is no capital punishment as per the law.
This AZUL is our law, traditional law.
It is. Is it a written law or it's understood?
It's understood, and it's not. If you write something, you can't change it.
Okay.
It's an evolving thing. Yeah.
Okay. So it's understood. It's an understanding amongst the people.
And it's something that we can adapt to be adapted, to the situation. For example, if it's raining this year, we will have a lot of water. So we are going to share the water. There is enough water that we have to share it, okay? But if we have a bad year, there is no rain, we have to share it, even if it's just in small quantity, but everybody have to get something. No one is take away or out of the community. Everybody is. So, for example, we have for governance of resources and of territories, we have what we call AGDAL. AGDAL, we have three kinds of AGDAL. We have pastoral AGDAL, we have fruitier, how to say, it's fruitier. Les arbres fruitiers, les vergers. Là où il y a les arbres avec les fruits.
Fruit-bearing trees.
Yes. AGDAL for this kind, for trees and fruits. And we have the third one, is AGDAL for cereal and culture. Okay.
For grains.
Yes. So everyone have to work to get his right. Okay. But also, for example, if we take the AGDAL, pastoral AGDAL, okay, the example of the pastoral AGDAL. What is the pastoral AGDAL? During the winter, l'hiver?
Winter, yes. Winter,
okay.
yes.
During winter, the community is living in how to say, la plaine, in the plain.
In the plains.
Yes.
In the plains.
And the AGDAL, pastoral AGDAL, are in the part of Adrar. It means mountain.
And the pastoral AGDAL is in the mountains, okay?
Yes. So people are sedentaire, but they are semi-pastoral because they have to move in a period of summer to the mountain, okay? So we can, for example, I can't decide one day I'm going to keep my sheep and to go to the mountain because I decided. No, we have to move all in the same day because the Amrar of AGDAL, Amrar means a person with a lot of experience, and he say it's now time to go to the AGDAL. So let's move there. It's the same, for example, to keep fruits from trees. We can't go and take, no. We have to get the decision and by the Amharech of the Agda.
Senior people, senior person.
Yes. And for example, if I go and sell some fruits, there is Amazigh, there is something I have to pay for the community because it's not good. So Amazigh people have always kind of mediation between them because there is AZUL, okay, and this AZUL is comment dire organized.
Organization.
Yes, the personal relation between people, but also the relation
So there is a set of sort of guidelines based on which the community functions.
And you can have a tribute, and we can, for example,
there is
something more important and more complex. For example, we are a community, we can make a kind of pact with another community, not to advance conflicts. This is a good thing. We can make, for example, the pact can take many forms. Okay, we can have, for example, pact for sharing results. Okay, and to prevent, for example, this conflict between communities, what we did when we have the system of the pact of Tada. Tada is a term coming from it means to get milk from mother. Okay, so what they organize, they organize a lot, a big reunion, okay,
a big
meeting, and then they prepare the couscous. Couscous is the traditional
food
meal of food of Amazigh. Okay, and then every mother who have milk give a part of her milk, and we have a traditional how to say recipe.
There is a traditional recipe.
Yeah, recipe of couscous. It's with milk, but not
couscous
with milk
of a lactating mother.
Milk, yeah. But this is and everyone share from the two communities, from the two tribes.
Okay, and the two communities share this. What is prepared.
So everybody eat
and
from
that means
this.
It's like signing a pact.
Yes, and in this way, if we did this, this community can't marry from this community, but they became family.
They become family, and they can't marry within the family.
And when we were child, my grandma say always, don't fight with the children of the neighbors, because they are our tada. And it means if we did something bad to someone who is your tada, you have to, you are going to be punished by amutl. Amutl is kind of condemnation, divine condemnation, or something will be happen, bad will be happen to you. So this is our kind of mediation. And
we have a term in Hindi, is called Ham Niwala. So somebody who has shared a meal together, and in fact, somebody who has, salt is considered. If somebody has taken salt from someone, that means you have to remain loyal.
Yes, it's kind of sharing salt Yes. And there is another way to make this data. It's to come in the meeting, to speak, to make a celebration, and then you share your choose. Okay, they share all they mixed all the choose, and you want to choose les chaussures. Ils mélangent les
the
chaussures.
socks, the shoes, the shoes. Yeah.
And then if you want to go back to your home, you can take just
anybody's shoe.
Any kind. Don't share. Don't say this is mine. This is not mine.
It can be exchanged.
Yes, you can take what you found and you put it in your leg, and you can go. And this is a good thing because people in this way don't think about how to create conflict, but they are always thinking about how to solve the conflict, how to prevent the conflict.
So nobody owns anything. Everybody owns everything, and nobody owns anything. I mean, it belongs to everyone.
Yes.
Sort of.
And if you make war, it's not good for. There is everybody is losing something.
Of course.
The best thing is to prevent the conflict. But unfortunately, all this philosophy and all this knowledge is not taken in consideration, but to stay. And now we haven't. The one who take the decision is the government, is the state, is the representative authorities, and they don't ask people. And sometimes people have the solution. You have just to go and to ask someone, for example, an old person, to say, come, I have a problem with my neighbor, I have a problem with my family, can you come please and say how we can find a solution? And people but actually everybody is going to the justice of hate and using the.
But within the community, I mean, is there any other specific method when supposing a crime takes place within the community? Then how do they resolve that? Say a murder takes place within the community. How will they go about it?
Raman?
Si par hasard, entre le peuple, dans la communauté, il y a un crime est commis ou un meurtre est commis, comment on résolve ça?
So first, in the AZUL, there are persons. Okay, we have like in the actual. We have how to say, le pouvoir législatif, le pouvoir exécutif.
There are people who have legislative powers.
So we have the legislative. So
AZUL is like a code of conduct.
Yes, yes, and we have some people who
are the guardians of this, who apply this, who make sure that this is followed. Yeah, okay.
If Amharech say this year we are going to share like this in this way, nobody say no. It's for everybody. And you have to know something, that those Amharechs are not paid. They are chosen by the community, and they are chosen not because they are rich or because they are strong or because they have leadership. No. It's not in this way, because they have more knowledge, because they have more experience, because they have more charisma in the community. And if I choose the community choose, for example, Raman or Vikram, and come to say you are going to be our Amharech, you have not choose to say, no, I can't. This is a responsibility, and it's not kind to give you a power and a leadership to do what you want. No, but you know this, okay? You know that it's a responsibility. So you have to always to think in terms of community. What is the best things for the community? And even if you have to something a conflict between your brother or your father and someone else, you have not to choose by feeling in terms of family. You have to choose in terms of um,
What is fair? What is fair?
Objectively.
yes,
Yeah.
You
it's
have to be
good. What
objective.
is good? Yes, you have to be objective, and
Okay.
you have to think for the community and the synergy between the members of the community. It's important. So you have also we have influx. Influx is like the person who is coming to apply. If you don't respect, there is influx. And influx is there to say you have to respect. There is no one out of this law. This is the decision, our decision, and we have something very important. Sometimes, if the Amrar, the how to say the Council of Amrars don't find a solution, for example, for a problem. Okay, we have a problem and we can't say what is the good way to resolve. So sometimes they call a woman, and what we call tamrar. Tamrar is woman. Tamrar imrar. It means that she have more than they have. Something more important. And this woman is always someone who have been married, for example, a lot of many
years.
not many years in time, many years maybe. Sometimes because she get a lot of husband. She lost her husband, she married someone. Okay, or someone who educate a lot of children, because the children grows into the community, but you have always someone who have more things to gather and to say no, don't do this, don't do that. So it's a woman with a lot of experience, and don't forget that this woman, in the beginning of our discussion, we say it's not a leadership, it's not a power. The place of women in the community, it's more about how to keep the knowledge, how to keep the tradition, how to keep and how to solve the problem. So they can say, come, please, we have a problem, we can't find a solution, can you help us? And then if she said you have to do this, they will do it. Don't say no, you are women, go back. No, they called her to give solution, and they accept the solution.
Because the important thing, Amina, is that the Amhar, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, are they deciding after discussing the whole problem, or are they going to have the people who have the problem come out with the solution themselves? Is this, I mean, they can suggest a solution, or they will actually decide? That is the difference we have to make between mediation and arbitration, that the people who are in that conflict have actually reached a solution on their own with the help of the Amal, or it is that they have discussed it with the people who have the problem and told them you have to do this. So this is the difference. You have to tell us whether how it works.
Yes, they have to speak about the person. For example, if I did something bad, maybe I did it because I have some reason. But if there is a how to say, there is les règles. How to say règles?
The rules.
Okay, there is rules. We have to respect the rules. Okay, But if someone did something bad, maybe he have there is a reason to this act, okay? But we have the Amghar have to ask him why. He had to defend himself, to say why. But for example, if I stole someone, I stole, si je vole, I take something from someone else. This time, why? Because I was hungry. Okay, but you are not always hungry, because we know that people sometimes did something bad every time. It's in their nature. So if they can hurt the person and to give him the opportunity to defend himself. But if he continue to do bad things, they can the thing that they can decide is to give him, you are out first in this, go out from the community.
Okay. So that's basically a
It's the
decision.
exit.
It's a
Yes.
decision. It's a decision. Because no, I'll tell you, mediation, how it would work is that if supposing, like you said, someone takes something from someone, and then if the Amma has the person from whom they've taken it and the person who've taken it sit together, and between them they agree to whatever, that this person will give this back, plus he will give something else, whatever the solution that they work out, that would be
Yes,
mediation. Yeah,
yes,
that's some.
it will be. It can be like this. For example, if it's I speak about something that I do without having something else in front of me. But if I take something who is in your possession, if they wait, this, for example, this horse is mine. You take it. Why? And I sold it in the souk, in the market. Okay, to someone. Okay, we have to stay and to see why first, and who is the person that you comment dire, à qui tu as causé le tort. And we can also speak about the person can say, I want my horse, so found a solution to go and to bring it and to pay it, and to, I want just my horse. It's like my son. Don't want to hear about. But for example, if it's impossible to bring it, we are gonna find another solution. For example, you change it by gold or sheep or money or there is a lot of kind of. But the idea is always to find the solution. It's not solution that you can't. For example, if I kill someone without by inadvertence, not I want to kill involuntary. I kill someone. You can tell me, yeah, by mistake. You can
involuntarily, not intentionally.
Yes, you can say no. You have to le remettre à vie.
You can't bring back to life. This,
yes, it's impossible. So we have to find something. Maybe if, for example, if I'm a man and it was my son, and this son, it will be my support in my future. But you take me my support. So maybe I can tell you, give me your son. He's will became my son. I need him to come and to be my support.
But the only thing, the thing is, I mean, in this case, the Ammal are telling that person that now give your son to this person, or between them they come to the solution that this my son you can take because of this. Is there, how does that, because this is the difference, it's a fine difference.
Two steps now, two steps. If they can find a solution between them, it's okay. But if they are in incapable,
they don't come to an agreement. They don't come to an agreement.
Yes, then it's the council of the Amrar who can find the solution, because la cohesion, la synergie,
the cohesion, yeah.
No, but I mean,
of the
only,
community.
yeah, because important thing is this is that when these people, if they, to help them reach that solution, is the Amal helping them, or they're discussing it within themselves? And only when they can't reach a solution, they come to the Amal. How does that work?
No, if I have some problem with you, I come and say I have a problem with you. Okay, so we can discuss. It's not a problem. So what I say in the beginning of the discussion, when we say AZUL, if I meet you, if I live with you, if I speak with you, I ask you that you are next my heart. So we have to speak. The communication is important.
Yeah.
We can't say we are going to find the solution without speaking. Okay, people have to speak, and this is an important. I'm a teacher of French and communication. It's important to communicate.
Yeah. No, why I'm trying to. Yeah.
But actually, what?
I'm trying to get to the mediation part of it, because mediation
Yes,
is when the Amal is sitting with these people who have the dispute, and they are discussing it, and the people themselves reach a solution. That's mediation. But if the people are discussing it within themselves only, not with the Amal, then it will be negotiation. If these people they come to the Amal and the Amal gives a decision, no, you have to do this, then it's arbitration. So we have to
yes,
be able to distinguish these, because I'm focused on mediation to find out where mediation is taking place. So that part of it, but only thing, I mean, before that, let's just get Lucy in, because Lucy's session is after this, so she's already here. We are in her time. So Lucy, you want to say hi to us? And you have to, if can we continue, you have to, it's your time now.
I'm thank you, Vikram, and thank you, Amina. No, I was in the middle
hello, Lucy.
of this, listening. Very, very interesting. Yeah. So please continue. I have time if you wish, Vikram. I leave it up.
Perfect. Because Amina is now we're at that point when Amina is going to tell us the difference where the mediation, negotiation, and arbitration is taking place. Yes, Amina.
Yes. If you look at the culture, the Amazigh culture, it's based on the communication. We have to find the solution, and the communication, it's important when we have a community. We can't live in a community without communicated with the others. You know, we are not in individual way to look the world. The world is not for individual person. It must be for the community, the community. But every individual have his place and have his rights. We can say you are good, you can be in my community, but don't speak. You have to do what I say and don't speak. I can take everything from you. You can't speak. This is what we are living now in our state. You are good if I say that you are Arab and Pan-Arabist and Islamic. It say okay, I'm Pan-Arabist and I have just right to be quiet. No, this is not this kind of community of ideological construction building. No, it's important to give the individual his rights into the community, and the two are linked. We can't separate. If we took someone, it's not. For example, I speak about there is no capital punishment. For example, for Amazigh, never. We don't have right to kill someone, to take life from someone. But if this person is very bad for the community, what we can do? We can, for example, ask him to go away from this community. Maybe he must find another community where he can, with who he can live good. And for example, if I ask Raman to go from my community, and he went to Vikram community, and Vikram refused to receive him. Even I tell him to go, I have a feeling with him. And if Vikram say to tell to Raman, no, I want you to stay here, I will be sad. You know, it's because he's still a member of my community. He even he did something bad, okay, but it's a way to say, it's like in a religion when we speak about redemption. If you don't believe in what I tell you, I have right to kill you, because if I kill you, it stops. You have not right to redemption. Maybe tomorrow you will change your mind. This is human. Tomorrow we are like this, but sometimes some things happen in our life who change our life and way to see the world diametrically in the other way. And this is important. So for the mediation, it's important to be convaincu.
To be convinced.
Yeah, to be convinced about the importance of the synergy of the community, and to be always in this way of communication. So if I have something with someone, I have to speak, to tell him, because maybe he didn't take care for a reason or another, but I have to tell him, wait, what you are doing is on it's affecting my right. So we can find a solution, and then if we are enabled to find a solution, we have to look for someone other to make the mediation or the arbitrage, okay? And if we don't find, then we attend this way to say there are rights and you have to.
Yeah. Okay? So I think that's important, that there is mediation happening. There are people who the community has, and they go to those people. That's what I'm understanding from this. The Amzal, I don't know what is that pronunciation of that. The Anzal, Amra. Okay, so those people are there where mediation can take place, but if they do not agree to something, then they will give a decision. Something like that is what I'm understanding. Perfect. So Amina, now you'll have to just give your concluding remarks, if your signal is all right, because I see her frozen on the screen. Yes. So you want to just give your concluding remarks, and then Lucy comes in, because Lucy, of course, has been nice enough to tell us we can continue. But yes, Amina, what would you like to conclude?
Thank you, Vikram. Thank you, Raman, and welcome, Lucy.
Pleasure.
Nice to see you. And what I have to add, it's important to hear about other people and to let them explain who they are, not to put them into some small colors and to say this is this person, this is this community. No, people who are people, even if they are different, and in this difference we are the same. So we have just to be how to say modest, and to have this capacity of heard the other and feel what the other feel, and to accept the difference.
Yeah.
Because our difference is our richness.
Yeah.
So thank you.
No, thank you very much. Very nice, Amina. Here, what we say in India is unity in diversity.
Yes.
So now, but we'll fix up a session for you in that symposium on colonization, decolonization, and mediation. So I'll take time from you separately. And of course, we have to thank Raman for a last minute coming in to be the translator. Lucy, what happened was Amina sent me a message that I'll speak in French. She sent it 1 hour before a session. And he's like, I mean, of course, if she wanted to speak in French, I was okay with it. But you can see right now she can speak proper English. It's just
Beautiful.
that she, yeah,
Excellent. Excellent English.
and here she was getting worried that no, I won't be able to speak. So I called up Raman, and last minute he agreed to come in, and that was very nice of him. So that's how this whole session came into place. So thank you, Raman, for this. Your
Welcome, Vikram. And may I leave now, Vikram?
Yeah,
Because
thanks, thank you. Let me also tell them. Let me also tell them that in the last symposium also he did the same thing, and that also with a person from Morocco. He said, "No, I want to speak in French."
I enjoyed listening to Amina, and it's a pity I have to go. I would have liked to listen to Lucy, but the topic is very interesting.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you very much.
So I hope to catch up some other time.
Yeah.
I have to go because I have something. And nice to meet you, Lucy. And, I will see your intervention in the
recording. Yeah.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you for letting me drop in.